Well, hello everyone, and welcome to this English lesson about relaxing. I was looking through the topics of past lessons, and I think I did a lesson on stressful things. I think I did a lesson on good things and bad things, but I'm not sure I've ever done a lesson on relaxing. In this English lesson, I'll talk about the kinds of things you can do in order to relax. There are plenty of things you can do that are stressful in life, but it should be a priority to every once in a while do something that helps you relax. If you're unfamiliar with the word relax or relaxing, when you relax, it means you calm down. It means you try to have a bit of time where things are peaceful. So in this English lesson, I'll talk about a number of words and phrases that we use to talk about the different things you can do to relax. Relaxing is, I think, the most important thing to do, but it's the thing we often forget to do. So once again, welcome to this English lesson about relaxing. Get a massage. Now, there are a number of different types of massages. A massage is when another person rubs your skin. This is what's called a hand massage. You can get a massage from a professional, or you can get a massage from maybe your spouse. When my neck is sore or when I have a headache, Jen will sometimes give me a neck massage, or she'll just kind of give me a bit of a head massage. That sometimes helps me to relax. A massage is a very pleasant experience. It's a very nice thing to have. I've never had a professional massage. I've never gone to a spa for a massage. But certainly, if you want to relax, one of the things that you can do is you can get a massage. This felt really nice, by the way. Maybe I should do this more often during my live streams so that my neck doesn't get tight, so I don't feel all kinds of stress in my neck and in my head. But anyways, one of the things you can do to relax, get a massage. This is something I do to relax. I read a good book. Now, usually I don't do this during the week. I usually do this on the weekend. But if you have a good book to read, you should do that. The last book I read was called Out of the Dark by David Weber. And it's a story about aliens invading the Earth. As many of you know, I love science fiction, so I read science fiction quite a bit. So that was a great book. I finished it. Now I'm reading a book called Into the Light by David Weber. It's part 2, book 2. So if you want to relax, if you have some time, find a nice place to sit and read a good book. Always enjoyable to read a story to help you kind of forget about life for a while. Drink a cup of tea. Now, this might be different for you. You might want to drink a cup of coffee. You might want to drink a cup of hot chocolate. You might want to drink a cup of tea. When you drink a cup of tea, especially in the winter, like it's winter here right now. We did get snow last night. It's very nice to have a warm or hot drink, we would call it. So sit down. Maybe the tea smells nice. Maybe you're drinking an herbal tea. And it's not just the taste of the tea that's helping you relax, but the smell of the tea. Jen drinks peppermint tea, and the smell of peppermint and the taste of the tea both help her relax. But certainly having a nice cup of tea is a good idea. It certainly helps me to relax. Sometimes at work, I will stop and take a break and have a cup of tea. Notice I'm saying drink a cup of tea and have a cup of tea. You can say both. Oh, I'm going to have a cup of tea. Oh, I'm going to drink a cup of tea before I go to work. Take a warm bath. So there's something about warm water that helps us relax. There's something also, again, about the smells of the soaps that you might use. But if you were to fill a tub with warm or hot water and then sit in there, the warmth of the water helps your muscles to relax, and it helps your whole body to relax. I don't often take baths. I think in North America, it's more common to take a shower. A shower is where the water shoots on your head from a faucet, or a shower head, sorry. I think because showers are quicker. But if you take a warm bath, sometimes In the winter on the weekend, I might take a warm bath, and it's just a very, very relaxing feeling. You sit in the warm water and it just makes you feel really, really nice. Makes you feel relaxed. Take a walk, especially if you can take a walk outside. For me, one of the best ways to relax is to take a walk. Or in English, we sometimes say, go for a walk. I like to go for a walk. Now, for me, there's two kinds of walking. I walk for exercise, but I also walk for pleasure, or I walk for fun. When I say take a walk, I'm talking about the kind of walk you take for fun. In English, we might call it a stroll. Go for a stroll. If you can do this in nature, if you can do this somewhere where you can see trees and where you can see maybe some wild animals, not the dangerous kind. If you can take a walk outside, you'll get some fresh air. In English, we often say it's important to get some fresh air every once in a while. But if you can, take a walk, go for a walk, enjoy the outdoors a little bit. Put on some comfy clothes. Now, the word comfy is an informal English word, and it's short for comfortable. Put on some comfortable clothes. When I go to work, I wear shirts with collars. I wear what are called dress pants or casual dress pants. I don't wear jeans and a t-shirt when I go to work. But I find wearing jeans with a t-shirt very comfortable. Sometimes I'll wear a hoodie as well. That's a sweatshirt with a hood on it. So when I come home from work, in order to relax a little bit, I get changed. I put on some comfy clothes. I put on jeans, I put on a t-shirt, and I usually put on a hoodie in the winter because it's a little colder out. And that just helps me to relax. Let's say you have a job where you have to wear a dress or you have to wear a suit and tie. Those are nice clothes to wear during the day, but it's very nice to come home and put on some comfy clothes so that you can relax a little bit. So put on an old sweater, your old favorite sweater, put on some big warm socks, whatever you need to do. Put on the kinds of clothes that help you to relax a little bit. Put on some comfy clothes. Listen to music. Now, this is a pretty common one. Music has a magical effect on us. There are different types of music. Some music makes us excited. Some music makes us feel sad. Some music makes us feel happy. Some music, though, can calm us down and help us relax. For me, that would be something like classical music. Classical music is a very beautiful way to relax if you like classical music. If you like the music played by an orchestra, do that. Just take some time, sit somewhere comfortable, and listen to some music. And you can do this with headphones as well. And by the way, you can combine some of these. You can put a radio on playing nice music while you have a warm bath. You can drink a cup of tea while listening to music. All of those things will help you relax. So we have this interesting term in English, comfort food. Comfort food is usually food we eat in the winter that's usually warm. And when I think of comfort food, I usually think about something like soup or stew and homemade bread. For me, that's the kind of food on a January day that makes me feel relaxed. When I come in from outside, if it's -5 degrees outside, and I come in and have some stew. Stew is a thick soup, by the way. This is stew. When I come in and have some stew, and maybe Jen or I have made a loaf of fresh bread, homemade bread, to me, that just makes me relax. I would call that comfort food. Comfort food. It's very, very, very delicious. I love it. It's very tasty and very, very delicious. Meditate. When you meditate, you sit somewhere. It can be in your house. It can be out on a dock by a lake. You sit somewhere and you try to empty your mind of all of your thoughts. You try to think maybe of just one thing. Maybe you sit and think about a tree, or you sit and think about the sun, or you try to think about nothing at all, which is very difficult. I'm not a professional meditator. if that's a term. But I do sometimes value just sitting, maybe staring at one thing, or sitting and closing my eyes and just kind of letting all of the stress of the day go away and just think about happy things, think about happy thoughts. So meditation is then a relaxing of the mind, and there are ways to learn how to do it well. I think someday I should take a class to learn how to meditate well, how to do meditation well. Go to a spa. So again, I've never been to a spa. A spa is a place where you can, they can, do things for your skin. Like maybe you put on mud and then you go in a hot bath. Maybe you sit and get a face massage or a head massage. Maybe you go in a hot tub, which is very relaxing as well. But a spa is usually a place you go, sometimes for a day or for a weekend, where the entire point of going is to do things that relax you. Maybe you'll sit in a warm bath with candles. Maybe you'll sit in a hot tub, like I mentioned, but definitely something probably next time I'm really stressed, maybe Jen and I should go to a spa for a day, but they're kind of expensive. I just mentioned sit in a hot tub. Some Canadians have what's called a hot tub. It looks like this. It has lots of hot water in it, and then there are jets that you can turn on to make the water move around really fast. This can be very relaxing. It can make your muscles simply relax because there's this, it's almost like the water massages you, like the water's moving so quickly that it helps you to feel relaxed and enjoy your time there. I don't have a hot tub. I wish I had a hot tub. One of my colleagues has a hot tub and he really enjoys it because he is getting older, but he still likes to play sports. And after he plays sports, the next day his muscles are very sore. He likes to play tennis and badminton. And so he likes to go in his hot tub the day after he plays a game because it helps his muscles to relax. Buy a hammock or have a nap in a hammock. A hammock is this. It's something you hang between two trees or from a tree or between two poles. And it's just a place to go outside and to lay and read a book or to lay in it and have a nap. We do not have a hammock. I might ask for a hammock for my birthday next year. It might be a fun thing to have, and we can attach it to a tree. And then on a lazy Sunday afternoon, I can go lay in the hammock and read a book. That would be fun. So the sun comes up in the morning, sunrise, and it goes down in the evening, sunset. And watching the sunrise or watching the sunset can be very relaxing. It can be very enjoyable. I think sometimes we forget how amazing it is that we live on a planet that turns and it orbits the sun, and the sun comes up and the sun comes down. And it's good to reconnect with nature. It's good to reconnect with the fact that we live on an amazing rock in the middle of space. So take some time, get up early if that's the thing you can do. If you're a good person, if you're good at getting up early and go out and watch the sunrise, or if you have trouble getting up early, watch the sunset at night. Just two very beautiful times of the day. I prefer sunrise. Very, very cool. Sleep in. If you want to relax, you can always sleep in. You can just stay in bed in the morning longer than you normally would. Jen and I sometimes sleep in a little bit on Saturday and Sunday because I don't have to go to work. But certainly sleeping in is a great way to relax. Put away your phone. So these things are super handy. This is probably the coolest tool that humans have ever invented. But they can also be quite stressful because they're constantly buzzing or ringing. Or maybe you just look at social media too much. So putting away your phone, just coming home and taking your phone out of your pocket and putting it somewhere else for the evening can be relaxing. Or even trying to go a whole weekend without using your phone. Although I think I would really have trouble doing it. That's a challenging one, isn't it? To put away your phone. but it would be relaxing. But I might be stressed because my kids can't text me then and let me know where they are and what they're doing. I'm going to try it. I don't know if it's going to go well. Maybe it'll be the opposite. Maybe it would be stressful. Build a fire. So humans, for some reason, most humans enjoy sitting around a fire at night. Now, depending on the time of year, this can't work very well. Jen and I actually had a fire last weekend, and we didn't sit around it. We just had a little fire outside for fun. But when you build a fire and you watch the flames in the fire, and you watch them flicker, and you watch the flames go up and down, and the smell of the wood burning, all of that can be very relaxing. I think there's something primal about it. The English word primal means like how we used to live 1,000 years ago. There was a time where humans always had fire because we used it to cook and we used it for warmth. And I think that it's just very relaxing to listen to a fire. The wood pops and crackles, and you can smell the smoke and you can smell the wood burning. So have a fire, build a fire, enjoy it. Spend some time alone. So this is one that I really enjoy. Obviously, when you spend some time alone, you can meditate. But because I have a job where I'm surrounded with people all day, and because I have 5 children, life can seem very busy. There's a lot of people around me. So sometimes I just need a little bit of time alone. Most of the time, I get my time alone by driving. So if one of my kids needs to go somewhere, I drive them there. And then when I drive home by myself, it's just I just get some time alone. I can just think about things. When I go for a walk in the morning, I get to have a little bit of time alone, which we also call me time, by the way. So in English, if someone says, I need more me time, they're saying they need to spend some time alone. They also could just be saying they need to do something that's fun for them. I'm going to go shopping because I need some me time. I'm going to go to the spa because I need some me time. So spending some time alone, getting a little bit of me time can be very, very enjoyable. So Jen made me add this one, do a puzzle. This is something Jen does to relax. We usually have a puzzle on the go in our back room throughout the winter. We have a table in the back room of our house where Jen usually is doing a puzzle at any given time during the winter. During the summer, she's too busy, but she likes to do puzzles because they help her relax. They don't help me relax. I find puzzles a little bit stressful because I can't find the pieces and I think I'm too motivated to get it done. But Jen just likes finding the pieces and finding where they go and putting them in place. So do a puzzle. Look at the stars. So we had, watch the sunrise or watch the sunset. You can also just go lay outside at night in the grass and look at the stars or look at the moon. For me, this is very relaxing. I don't know what it's like where you live. Where I live, it's very dark at night because I live out in the countryside. So if I lay in the grass at night and look up at the stars, I can see them very, very well. It's very clear. It's very dark. It's very easy for me to see the stars. So you want to relax, get a blanket, throw it down in the lawn, lay down on your back at night and look at the stars. Very, very relaxing. And you can do the same thing during the day. You can look at the clouds. This is a fun thing to do with kids because sometimes the clouds look like different things. You could say, oh, that cloud looks like a cat. That cloud looks like a potato. Most clouds look like mashed potatoes, don't they? But anyways, do the same thing. Go to the park, bring a blanket, lay the blanket down, lay on your back, and watch the clouds go by. That's another way we say it, or look at the clouds. Daydream. So daydreaming is similar to meditation, but it's a little more relaxing, I think. Maybe. Is that a good way to describe it? Daydreaming is when you just think about whatever you feel like thinking about. It also usually means you're not thinking about what you're supposed to be thinking about. Sometimes students in class will be daydreaming. They're not listening to me. They're not doing their work. they're just kind of lost in their own thoughts, and they're thinking about maybe their new phone, or they're thinking about what they're doing later that day, or they're thinking about their future, or they're remembering something fun that happened the weekend before. So daydreaming, just a time to think about whatever and to not be stressed, to relax a little bit. Smell some flowers. Again, when I think about relaxing, I do often think about things in terms of smells. It's nice to smell a fire. It's nice to smell the soap from a warm bath. It's nice to smell yummy food cooking. It's also really nice to smell flowers. This is lavender. Lavender has a beautiful aroma. It's a beautiful smelling flower. So take some time, if there are flowers available in the season you are in. For me, I have to go to a special store to smell flowers right now because it's winter. I have to go smell flowers that have been imported from somewhere. But if you can, smell some flowers. We usually keep some dried lavender in the house, so we can just go and smell that because it keeps its smell even when it's dried. But go and smell some flowers. Listen to the ocean. You don't just have to listen to the ocean. You can listen to any kind of running water or moving water. I think this is similar to listening to a fire. When you hear waves crashing into the shore, when you hear a babbling brook or a running stream, when you hear the sound of water, it's very relaxing, it's very soothing. So if you can, go to the lake, go to an ocean, go to a lake or the lake, if there's a specific lake, go to the ocean, go to a local stream or creek where you can hear things, go to a waterfall, you can listen to the thundering water. But certainly the sound of water is amazing and is very helpful for relaxing. A hug or cuddle. So the difference between a hug and cuddling, when you hug someone, it looks like this. You walk up, you put your arms around each other and you give each other a hug. They've proven that when you hug someone, it does physically make you feel better. I think different things are released in your brain that make you feel relaxed and loved when you give someone a hug. A cuddle is a little bit different though. Cuddling is when you sit in the same place as someone and they sit close to you. Jen and I can cuddle while we watch a movie. That means Jen and I are sitting very close. I would probably have my arm around her. You can also have a kid who wants to cuddle. When kids are very, very little, they like to sit with adults. They like to sit with their parents. So you might sit and have a kid cuddle with you. They might sit with you or right beside you. One of my kids, when they were little, when they were 4 or 5, they would sit, no matter where I sat, they would sit right beside me. And then they would try to snuggle or cuddle. So anyways, definitely something that will make you relax. Give someone a hug today, an appropriate hug, not some random person, someone, either your spouse or someone who would be expecting it. So some people like to burn incense or light a candle. When you do either of these things, it kind of creates an aroma. It creates a nice smell in the area. I'm not someone who normally burns incense, but I had a friend at college who liked to burn incense, and their room always had a very nice, relaxing smell to it. You can get the same effect by lighting a candle, and the bonus with a candle is you can watch the flame flicker. That's very enjoyable and relaxing as well. So not everyone drinks alcoholic beverages. I recognize that not all of you are people who like to have a glass of wine. But some people do like to have a drink. They like to drink an alcoholic beverage to relax. So they might come home from work on a Friday and have a glass of wine. They might go with friends for drinks at a bar on a Saturday night. They might just have a drink of something in order to relax a little bit. Jen and I, in English, we would say Jen and I aren't big drinkers. So I do like to have beer every once in a while. And I do like to have a glass of wine with dinner every once in a while, but we certainly do not, like when I buy a case of beer, it lasts 6 months. I just don't drink a lot, but having something to drink can be relaxing. Take a vacation. So when you go somewhere else, when you stop doing your daily routine and you go somewhere else for a little while, this can be very, very relaxing. You can forget about life for a while, we would say in English. You can take some time to enjoy another country. Maybe you go on a trip with friends or relatives and you can enjoy each other's company. But certainly taking a vacation is a great way to relax. I need to do this soon, I think. Look at a photo album. This is something that Jen and I do sometimes with our kids. We'll pull out a photo album, an actual photo album. We have photo albums. We try to get about 100 pictures a year developed or printed, and we put them in an actual album. And sometimes we'll sit and look at them and with the kids, and we'll laugh about how they looked when they were younger or those kinds of things. Do some yoga or stretching. So yoga is a type of movement, a type of exercise that helps you relax. It primarily focuses on stretching out the muscles and having good balance. Balance is what keeps you from falling over. In order to do this yoga pose, you would need really good balance. You would need to be able to stand on one leg, and you would need to have really good flexibility. Flexibility is the ability, well, to put your leg like that. You would need to be very flexible to put your leg like that. So do some yoga, do some stretching, maybe take a class. There's a new yoga class in my town. Maybe I should join and do some yoga. I think that might be good for me with my 51-year-old body to do some stretching and do some yoga. Go barefoot. There's something fun in particular about what this guy is doing. He's walking or running a little bit along the beach and he is barefoot. He doesn't have socks on, he doesn't have shoes on, and he's walking on the sand. Going barefoot it's just a really nice feeling, especially where he's doing it. I often, when I go to the beach, like to walk along the water's edge barefoot and feel the sand between my toes and listen to the waves. You can also go barefoot at the park. Walking around in the grass barefoot can be fun as well, but this is probably the place where I go barefoot the most often. Take a nap. I think this one doesn't need much explanation, but when you take a nap, maybe you're in the middle of studying for an exam and you just decide, you know what, I need a 10-minute nap to relax. I'm too stressed. I need to just take some time to relax. So close your eyes, fall asleep for a little bit, and then when you wake up 5 or 10 minutes later, hopefully you're re-energized and more relaxed and able to do what you need to do. Go to a concert, similar to listening to music. I mean, you can put music on the radio. You can listen to music with your stereo or your sound system. You can put in earbuds or headphones and listen to music, or you can go to a concert. A heavy metal rock concert might not be relaxing, but certainly some kind of classical music or some sort of quieter music might be very relaxing and enjoyable for you. A few years ago, fidget spinners became very, very popular. A fidget spinner is a little device that you can use with your hand and you can spin it and it would keep spinning for a long time. We don't see these at school very often anymore. They were popular about 7 or 8 years ago, but certainly there's a number of different things that people buy that they can manipulate with their hands. Some people will do this to relax. I can't do it, but they'll spin a pen. They'll fidget in some way, and that helps them to relax. Yeah, I should learn to do that. Drummers can do that, right? This is my very poor example of spinning a pen. But fidgeting can help people relax. A fidget spinner is one device you can use to do that. Now, there's something about chocolate that makes me quite relaxed. This is a nice box of chocolates. There's even a white chocolate heart in the middle. But eating chocolate, eat some chocolate, is a great recommendation in order to relax a little bit. I've done this too much, though. Over the Christmas break, there was a lot of chocolate around. I spent too much time eating chocolate. I should have spent more time walking. And so now I'm spending more time walking and less time eating chocolate. But if you want to relax, eat some chocolate. Get some sunshine. There's something very healthy about having the sun hit your skin. It helps your body make vitamin D. So it actually has a benefit, but it also feels good. It feels good to feel the warmth of the sun. If you work inside and you don't have a lot of windows where you work, it's nice to get outside at lunchtime if the weather's nice and just feel the sun on your skin. It's nice to get some sunshine. Not too much though if you're someone like me. 20 minutes or more in the sun without sunscreen and I burn. But definitely spend some time outside, get some sunshine on your face, on your arms. Great for relaxing. Try acupuncture. So I'm not familiar with this, but I have been told that this can be very relaxing. Acupuncture is when small pins are put into your skin just gently, and it helps to reconnect the flow of energy through your body. I'm not an expert on acupuncture, but my understanding is that acupuncture can feel really good. It can help your body to feel whole and reconnected. So try some acupuncture. I should try this. Jen has said before that I have a shoulder that gets sore sometimes, and she has said you should try acupuncture. She hasn't tried it, but she thinks I should try it and then let her know how it went. So if any of you know a bit more about acupuncture, let me know in the chat or the comments. Clean your house. So this is an interesting one because for me, the relaxing part about cleaning the house isn't the cleaning. It's how I feel when I'm done cleaning. When our house is clean, I am more relaxed. When our house is messy, I am not relaxed. But some people actually find the act of cleaning, that cleaning itself can be very relaxing. But for me, like cleaning the toilets and doing the dishes and mopping the floor, that's work. But when I'm all done on a Saturday, when the house is clean, I am very, very relaxed. It is a very nice feeling to have your house clean. Dance. Again, any kind of physical activity will help you relax, but dancing in particular can have an extremely good effect on you, especially if you're doing it somewhere fun. When our kids were little, we would turn up really loud music and we would dance just for fun, and it would help all of us to laugh and relax and enjoy each other's company. So dance a little bit. Maybe find some music where you can learn some English and dance to it a little bit. Don't worry. No one's watching you. And then laugh. Laughter, this is another one where I think it's just magical in some ways. When I say magical, it means we don't quite understand how it works. But laughing can just make you feel better and really help you to relax. There's nothing like sitting with friends or sitting with family for an evening and talking and laughing. It just helps you forget about the world. It helps you forget about stressful things. It helps you enjoy what's happening. So laugh. Go out with people who you enjoy spending time with and enjoy each other's company and laugh a little bit. And then lastly, I don't have a slide for this one, but spend time with your dog or your cat. I should have made a slide for this. I saw it mentioned in the comments earlier. Spending time with a pet has been proven to help people relax. Dogs love you. Your dog will always love you. No matter what happened during the day, when you come home, your dog will be happy to see you. So spend some time with your dog. Take your dog for a walk. Cats are interesting. When you pet cats, they purr. You want me to make that sound? It's hard to make that sound. Cats will purr. When you pet a cat and it purrs, there's kind of this reciprocal feeling. The cat's happy, so you're happy, and you can relax a little bit. So spend some time with your dog, spend some time with your cat, and that will help you relax a bit.